Hey, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Mirror and let's do this thing. Okay. So, what does my collective need today? That one tried to jump out. Gallows. Keep that in mind because I'm not sure. Ghost. Ghost. So, I feel like perhaps you're seeing the collective. There's a card here. The seer. Sorry, sometimes I get myself. The seer. Okay, so yeah, that actually really totally confirmed what I was about to say. Was that I feel like some of you may be seeing something as or someone as a. Let me go back. Perhaps a connection. Maybe you've had a strong connection with someone and recently, currently, that connection feels obscured, like they are a ghost, like not in a literal sense, but like their energy is like you can't quite touch it. You can't get a clear read on it, kind of thing. And some of you may be like seers of the astral and that sort of thing. That card, every time I lay it down, it spins. It's just like fluid. So yeah, some of you could be. I just saw the X there on the bottom for 10, but when I saw it, I thought of like close the tab X, close the window X. Let's get a little more information on this. This feels really deep. Fortune fell out. So I have been reading with these cards for this lovers. I've been reading with this deck. We're taking it because it really feels relevant and protector. We're not going to pull it out now. Sorry. There's like a choice to be made here on something, but I'm really scattered. It's like there's multiple things going on at one time, and I can't really like stay focused on one thing. Okay, and I feel like that's very relevant here. Okay, okay. Um, she says you are correct, madam. um, okay, so much going on in this reading is absolutely ridiculous. But what I was going to try to say is that I've been reading with this deck. I've had it for years, but I've been reading with it the past year without the guidebook. I recently found it. I actually really, I'm not sure where I found it or when I found it because I was pulling the cards from over on my shelf and it was laying there. And I'm like, okay, okay. So I feel the need to look up the meaning on here of, and I just saw the seer, was not looking for that one. Close the tab, close the window, close the. Why am I saying window instead of browser? Is it my age? So it says here the seer peers into the crystal with self awareness and is open to new possibilities and experiences. The third eye, awareness, sensitivity, acknowledgement, unlocking, and opening. Unlocking and opening. But we were talking about closing. So closing one thing to open something else. Closing out a cycle. I'm also getting, for those of you, scrying may be coming up for you. And I'm hearing make the preparations for that. Okay. And fortune is just because Sarah is here and fortune is here. Okay. Fortune can visit in many ways. What may be lacking one day may find in abundance in the next. What is had may be squandered. So someone may be, there may be a lack. We were talking about the ghost, feeling that like not being able to really connect with someone's energy is kind of the vibe there. You know how like the ghost is not really able to connect fully with the tangible, the earthly kind of thing. And then this fortune, so things are changing. I feel like destiny, fortune, abundance, luck, and changes. Things are changing. Things are changing. Really heavy on scrying. If that's something that's been coming up for you, to move forward with that. And you know me, I'm always like, if I'm feeling like witchy stuff, I try to talk about that when it comes up, and I'm feeling something on my face. There's nothing there on my mouth. It's weird. Last night I kept feeling hair on my face, but there wasn't anything there, like the web feeling, you know. So, but it wasn't just the normal like, you know, a spot. It was like all over my face and it's just everywhere. And then I had, you know, those spiderwebby feelings all over my entire body. Okay. Um, and what that is it's indicative of an energy, clearly. But it is said to be the energy of the spiritual realm, guides, whatever. Um, but those from the spiritual realm, being close, being nearby. Um, and the mistletoe from another reading has been out here. It got left out of the deck and it's just been out here, but it has been haunting me, because it's in reverse. Um, choices, making choices, but um, there is no longer a stalemate for the choice. It's been made. Okay. Um, let's see. Let's do one more. Hold on. I feel the need to shuffle her a little. The Witch and the Lovers. So clearly this is something about either a connection with another person or a connection, a love with yourself. What is that? The Gallows again. We're going to read about the Gallows, okay? And then the Unicorn. That is significant because when I was looking through here, its text was popping out to me. Okay? So the Gallows and the Unicorn. I found the Unicorn, but I heard no, don't read that yet. The Gallows are at a standstill. Interesting. Selfishness, upheaval, change again, decisions and trials. Then when we go back up to the unicorn is a pure symbol. She represents healing and assurance of spirit. She offers acceptance, understanding, and compassion for herself and others. This is healing, clarity, faith, purity, assurance, miracles, empathy, caring, insight, and compassion. So whatever this is that has been at a stalemate, that was at a stalemate, is kind of maybe going back and forth. Changing back and forth. Changing. You're seeing something. You see things. Trust the intuition. Trust the third eye. Trust the other sight. Okay. The unicorn, it's coming, okay, because there's going to be a death of an old, and that is ego death. There's going to be an ego death that is going to bring this to you. And yeah, coming in the night, the Lovers. Okay, that's it. I love you. Bye.